Wow, what a snap.
Upstairs.
Back to road. He just got to slings one out there. It's tipped off. He's all up the middle. He's got room.
5. Touchdown, Comets. Time, no pressure. Is going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Milford Eagles.
Johnny Hill over the middle. He's got Mancini Jackson over Mancini into the end zone. Mancini.
Good evening, everyone. Are you ready for some football? Week 2 in the Ohio High School Athletic Association season. From Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium, ICRC-TV Sports is proud to bring you this matchup between the GCL South LaSalle Lancers and the GMC Mason Comets. Hello, everyone. Steve Parker joining me tonight is my partner, Chris Asbrock. And Chris, we got some good players out there in the field for LaSalle tonight. They come in with coming off of a win, but they got some pretty impressive players who are looking to play at the next level.
Steve, you're not kidding. I tell you what, you look at this LaSalle roster, it's kind of typical of any GCL. It took me a while to spit that out, but any GCL team, there's always going to be some D1 talent, and that's what LaSalle has. Cam Porter, running back, safety, defensive back. He's committed to go to Northwestern. The kid's an absolute stud. He racked up some serious yardage last week against Dakota West. You've got Jalen Johnson. He just received an offer from Illinois, I believe, or Indiana, I think is what it was. He's a defensive back.
There you see Porter's numbers, over a 10-point average last week.
Yeah, 10 rushes, 108 yards against Dakota West, who, we saw Bolden. He's now he took over there, so you expect a pretty tough defense. Cam Porter ran all over him. He's the main guy to watch tonight for LaSalle. And then Jake Seibert, kicker, wide receiver. He's the #1 kicker in the country. Committed to go to Ohio State. He's an absolute stud. He's definitely another one to watch for, Steve.
For the Comets, one of the things we were talking about is they really got to cut down on the mistakes this week.
That's exactly. That's what killed them last week against Springboro, a game that you didn't expect, Mason to get blown out like they were. But you kind of cut those mistakes down. You got yourself a really good chance to knock off LaSalle tonight.
We'll watch this kickoff there. You see convert on third downs. 2 turnovers last week, so they got to be smart and protect the football. Chris, last week that opening drive interception is what broke the Comets back.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, that first turnover, again, first drive, pick 6, and that's a backbreaker. That's a tough thing to overcome.
Seibert with the ball on the tee, getting ready to kick here. As we're going to cue this thing up. LaSalle coming in at 1-0, Mason 0-1. Seibert up to the ball, just absolutely blasts one that's fielded just shy of the goal line. That looks like, I think that might have been Alec Dardis. Yep, number 18, Alec Dardis with a pretty decent return there. So Comets will come out in an offense that Chris, quite frankly, disappointed last week.
And the offense was disappointed in themselves the way they played. They were a lot bigger and stronger than Springboro. They just got beaten. Same situation here. They're bigger than these guys. Let's take advantage of it.
Colin Brown, cross back, hands it off to the man in the backfield. I believe that was Nolan McCormick, who leans forward for about 1, maybe 2. So that'll set up a 2nd and 8 for the Comets. Beautiful night here. Sun just bursting through some high clouds. Everybody's short week after the Labor Day holiday. Brown under center, fakes it, throws it to Jack Cooper, and Cooper is nailed. Again, that's big Jack Cooper, a Mason basketball player who's playing football this year over there at 6'6". Did a great job on the inside route, just couldn't hang on to it, but he got his bell rung, Chris.
Yeah, he did. That was a hard hit. I felt that one from up here. It was a great play. Nice quick slant there. Cooper just unfortunately, he got hit hard.
Jamar Hargrave Mundy, a junior cornerback, laid the smack down there. So the Comets looking at 3rd and 8. Brown with McCormick next to him. Drops back, short drop. Nice thread down, right back to Cooper, and Cooper could not scoop it up. But again, I like the fact that they're going right back to Big Jag.
I mean, you obviously want to show, some confidence in Cooper after he took that hit. But, one thing to watch here was, Colin Brown had a lot of time in the pocket to throw that ball, and he just didn't get it out. He didn't get enough zip on it on that one. That's a tough. That's a tough pill to swallow in that first drive. Quick 3 and out, but you had a couple of chances to convert, just couldn't get it done.
Brown back deep to punt. Couple of shuffle steps and hangs one up high. Oh, and fielding that on the fly, and finally being knocked down. Devontae Smith, number 5. So Smith, I thought he was going to call a fair catch. Chris, he was right there at midfield.
I mean, he had some guys right there. I was surprised, just like you were. But
okay, now
made some positive yards out of it.
Here comes that tough LaSalle offense now, being led by Cam Cope, number 13 quarterback. Cope, 3-step drop, wings it out to the side. Wide receiver's wide open. Shuffles his way to the left there. That's number 83, Anthony Miners.
Yeah, LaSalle going a little different look there with Cope instead of Brandon there, throwing us a little curveball.
Good for a first down inside the 40. Cope with the swing out again, number 6 with a great pitch, catch and run. Simon Nicholas, 5'10" senior, just shy of the first down inside the 30-yard line. Cope swings it out to the right. Another quick pitch and catch, and Chris, they just look like they're running fast, basically a fast break as Seibert makes that catch good enough for the first down. There you see the Comets starting defense.
Well, one thing to watch for, Steve, I watched the highlights, or a lot of the game film from last week, and this is exactly what you're going to expect out of LaSalle. A lot of bubble screens, a lot of quick passes.
Porter on the inside. Nope. Quarterback kept it that time. All the defense followed Porter, however.
Can't say I blame, but it's kind of odd. We haven't seen Porter touch the ball just yet. I mean,
yeah, they're spreading it around.
And one thing you will see, they're not afraid to throw across the field, across the hash marks. They get the ball out quick.
Now that could be Zach Branham. On our list, it shows that there's 2 number 13s. That's most probably Branham.
The penalty was offsides.
You know what? You're right.
So Branham is back there with 2nd and about 4.
His roster's all blending together.
Fakes it to Porter, keeps it himself, gets up to the 10, leans forward inside the 10, but good enough for another Lancer first down with 9:46 to go here in the first quarter.
Again, that run-pass option there that LaSalle is going to run, it's going to be heavy with the run-pass option, and, obviously fake it to Porter there. Branham reads it, does a great job cutting it back and getting some positive yards on a first down. Now you're looking at 1st and goal.
I just like the way they're methodically picking their way down the field, Chris, not being patient, taking what the defense gives them. Over the right side, tries to cut it back, and that's a nice shot thrown by number 44 by Mason. Good job on that tackle by Jack Haglage.
Yeah, you can see it. Look at it. I mean, Mason does a really good job. That could have been a hold there as he chucked him down, but Mason, their linebackers staying disciplined. They're staying in the zones. They are, they're following where they're supposed to go there, but they're not undisciplined like they were last week where they were all scattered about. They're staying in their lanes here, which is, it's positive. But
2nd and goal to go. from just inside the 5. Branham with Porter behind him. Now he's going to roll left, throw that way, and that is good for a LaSalle touchdown.
It's the man right there, Jake Seibert. Hey, beautiful job there, Brandon rolling out and firing on the run.
Yeah, I mean, it just, you know, again, they were Comets like they showed last week, Chris, man-to-man in those tight situations, and they got beat a couple of times like that last week.
Yeah, and that's, if you're LaSalle, if it ain't broke, don't fix it when you're watching that film.
They actually moved it back with a penalty. So.
Oh, yeah.
So we are now looking at 2nd and 5, or 2nd and goal from about the 10. Branham looking, throwing in the corner.
Nice.
Seibert couldn't come down with it. I think Seibert turned a little bit too quick. Chris, his last 2 steps were going backwards. If he'd have waited and snapped around quick, he might have been able to get his hands on that one.
Yeah, that's great defense. Now you got a big 3rd down here.
Third
you hold
goal.
him here. 6 is a lot better than 3 in this situation.
Branham looks over to the sideline. Drops straight back, looking. Throws it short, and nice reach. Did he get in?
He's in.
That's a nice stretch. Good throw by Branham, but that's a great reach for the end zone by number 83, Anthony Miners.
Yeah, that was a great, nice pitch and catch there, and Miners did the rest of he did the work there, and was able to stretch across. Nice job there by the big tight end.
Yeah, I mean, that was, hopefully we'll see the replay. That wasn't just a square out. He had to work to get that ball, and then it was low, and then just twist his body around, get into the end zone. Seibert for the conversion, he bangs it through. As LaSalle takes an early lead here with 8:19 to go in the first quarter mark, up 7-0. There you see the replay, Chris.
Yeah, that was you see it just by the replay there, that was a beautiful play.
Yeah, he had to go back and get it, but man, once he made the turn, he was determined to get in there.
Yeah, nothing was going to stop him. Again, that determination is going to get you far, and that's exactly what happened there. And LaSalle, they did. They looked really good moving down the field, and Mason's got now their 2nd offensive possession. It's time for Kastner and the offense. They got to dial something up here and get a quick response.
So Seibert will come in to kick. It looks like back for the Comets will be Dardis and Albert Wagenstrach. Or Wiesigstrach. Tell you what, them 4-syllable last names always get me.
You and me both.
So LaSalle up quickly and early here. Seibert with the kick. I noticed he teed it up a little bit differently this time. Chris, he pushed it over more to the right side this time. It just drills an absolute bomb that the Mason returner just carries into the end zone. So the Comets will set up 1st and 10. 8:19 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is a big drive now for Mason. You saw last week against Springboro. They gave up the turnover there with the touchdown, and then they were unable to get anything going for 3 quarters. That cannot happen tonight. They have to take advantage of their opportunities and have to score points.
Comets got to lock this stuff down now.
And let's be honest, this, it could happen again where this game could get out of hand. That's obviously something that you cannot afford to have happen right now.
Well, the funny thing is GCL teams, every week are playing the best of the best. So they're used to getting everybody's best game. Quick pitch into the back. Again, cutting it inside maybe a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, this is where the offensive line for Mason, they're so big, so strong, they have to assert their dominance. They haven't been able to do it so far in the first 4.5 quarters of this season. Now's the time. It has to get done. These guys, it's gut check time. Get it going.
Inside handoff. Again, finding the sledding tough in between the centers.
Yeah, it's now to the point where you got to figure something out. You have to, whether you scheme a couple of different things here, but running off tackle, it's not working. You got to toss and play action because you were able to get some time for Colin Brown back there in the backfield. Now LaSalle knows you're going trips right. They know what they're going to do.
Dardis, Wexelblatt, and Cooper stacked up here on this side. They're trying to stretch it out. Brown's going to pull it down and try to run for it, and he's going to get stopped well short of the first down.
Brown kept it. Jalen Johnson ran out of bounds.
And they gave him 7 on it, or no, maybe a little less than that. It's 4th and 3 now. Again, we look at another punt.
Comets are going to kick again. Jalen Norwood. Oh, and a hard kick, but a low driver that hopefully is going to gather some steam as it's finally going to settle down inside the 40 at about the 37, where the Lancers will take over with 6:42 to go here in the first quarter.
One thing I found interesting on that one, Steve, is as soon as Colin Brown received that snap, he kind of jogged. All the LaSalle players had their back turned on him. That's something to watch out for. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you never know. If they're just expecting that, you might be able to sneak something out there for a first down.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that basically kicks rugby style, gives it about 3 crow hops before he cuts it loose.
Exactly.
And then something might happen there. Branham sets up, throwing deep, looking to go to, is he trying to force that to Seibert? He was. Nice coverage that time by the Comets by number 9, Blake Aaron.
Yeah, one thing to watch is really, quarterback play. Branham is good. He's not elite. He's not an elite quarterback. But he gets the job done. A lot of times he does. He'll just chuck it up like that to get it to his receivers who come down with and they make the plays. So
ineligible man downfield. Offense number 83.
Yeah, got a big penalty.
Yeah, we got it. Looks like
Second down.
because that's a 10-yard variety. So it'll be 1st and 20. Pushing them back. I'm sorry, we'll call it 1st and 15. Branham. Looking, slides it out to Porter. Porter turns and gets wrapped up immediately by number 2, Jax Hutchinson. LaSalle again quickly to the line. Lancers like to keep this bad boy moving, don't they?
They do. They get it going, and they don't mess around. They get that ball set, and they're ready to go.
Seibert now works into the slot on the right side as they got trips right. Tight end on the backside. Porter running wide to the right side, gets up to close to the 45-yard line, which is going to set up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, that was a great job of not getting, not over pursuing there on Porter. They just did a great job. You see the replay here. Now watch the defense. See, yeah, they don't over pursue. Do a great job staying in their lane and making the tackle.
Branham getting the signals from the sideline. Got to be Porter all day long. Yeah, they go to number 3. Jabran Payne. Payne turns what he needed 3. He got about 12. Good job over the midfield line, set up just at the 46-yard line of the Comets. Clock continues to run with 5:11 and counting here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. Hey, nice 3rd and long there, and can't get it done.
Branham quickly out to the right. Seibert pitch and catch, stretches forward, gets knocked out of bounds, but good enough for another first down. Branham. Straight back. Pumps once, pumps twice. Lays it up for Seibert just a little bit too high. But you know what, Chris? That's a great play. It wasn't there, so he threw it away.
Exactly. It's smart there. You're not trying to force anything. You make it look like you're going really long to your wide out, but get it out of bounds.
2nd and 10 from the 35. Branham swings it out. They're again looking for a running room. Jabran Payne. I tell you what, Payne's a serious looking runner too. Now, he was trying to weave through traffic there, but once he lowered his pads, he drug a couple of guys with him. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Lancers.
Well, one thing I've noticed is Will Ott, the defensive lineman, is now shifted towards the sidelines here. He was going up against Markel Harden, and actually he's owned him a couple times, but Harden's gotten away with a hold a couple times. But that's one matchup to watch. That speed there from Ott.
Rolling right, pitching right. Seibert tippy toes and gets the first down with the catch. Playing well off of him was Michael Rue.
First down for Starling White.
Good enough, though, for another first down for the Lancers. They are now working inside the Comets' 25-yard line. Porter, who's in the game now, busts it over the right side. Again, he averages over 10 last week. He really nailed it one that time.
And now you know why he's going to the Big Ten. That was a beautiful run. I mean, Cam Porter and there's not much more you can say about him. He's an absolute stud.
Going to Northwestern, he's committed to. Here goes Porter now. Oh, met by a whole host of Comets. And actually, that was Tyree Gerace down there making a great initial hit. And Big Joe Reed was down there as well. Sets up a 3rd and inches. I think Porter will get inches, yeah. And then some as he's inside the 10 for another Lancer first down.
Porter got a lot of inches on that one. That was, again, he's a solid running back. There's not much more you can say about him. He's just what you want to see.
He's one of those guys, he don't spend a lot of time going east and west.
No.
He finds a seam or he makes the seam. Branham.
Nice.
Oh, and I don't know whether that was supposed to be a naked boot where he was going to shoot it to the tight end, but the Comets had nothing to do with it. Big Joe Reed's hanging around again.
Hey, Jack Hagledge was the one there. He made Branham stutter a little bit on that. I don't think he was quite expecting Hagledge to be there.
2nd down and goal to go. Swings it out to the left. Good job of staying with it. Simon Nicholas can't come down with the ball for the Lancers. That'll set up a 3rd and goal to go from about the 14.
Now remember, it was around the same distance last time when you saw nice pitch over to the tight end there who made it happen from about 5 yards out when he caught it. So that's another thing to watch for.
Go to Brandon Nicholas on this side. On the far side, we've got Seibert and Miners. Straight back, they run a crossing pattern. No, Branham slips away, looking for some running room. He's going to be dragged out of bounds by number 8 for the Comets, Cameron Ashurst.
Yeah, Brandon felt that one as he fell on the track there. That one, he was getting up a little slow.
So Seibert will come in to attempt what's in effect going to be, once they set it down, a 30-yard field goal.
A little chip shot for the kid is what you would think, but
can of corn, baby.
Yeah, for the Ohio State commit, the future Buckeye should be able to make it. Otherwise, Coach Ryan Day is not going to be too thrilled.
Had some movement on the interior. That's basically, like you said, a chip shot that he absolutely nailed. Yeah, we got procedure, so they'll back him up another 5. Shouldn't be a big deal to this guy.
You would think not, but we'll see. Okay, once it gets in your head, you never know.
Yeah, saw the right guard bouncing a little bit. Left tackle lifted his hand up.
A quick twitch there, and that's enough to do it.
Okay, so it's going to be a 35-yarder rather than a 30-yarder. The 30-yarder he pounded, so 35-yarder is good.
The Mason sidelines thought he missed it. They were all jumping up and down. They thought he hooked it.
Oh yeah, he hooked it right in there. He thumped it. We saw a good kicker last week. We're seeing a pretty world-class one here this week.
Exactly. We've been these ICRC viewers. You're getting some quality kicking in each one of these broadcasts. So there you go. Sit back and enjoy, folks.
So Comets down 10-zip early in the contest. Still got 2:10 to go here in the first quarter. Again, Comets come out with 2 interior runs, and then they open up the offense and then get some things moving. So let's see if on this series if they try to mix things up a little bit more.
I mean, you have to. You know, the interior runs, they're not working for you. I mean, LaSalle's got speed. That's just, it's one thing that they do possess. Even though you have the size advantage on the line, use that to your advantage in the passing game. Don't, we've seen Colin Brown, like I said, he's had a couple chances to really unleash it.
Alec Dardis and Albert Wiesigstraat back for the Comets. Seibert tees it up and just drills a low bullet that bounces at the end zone. I know he's got a little bit of wind in his back, but that ain't all wind, man.
Yeah, when you're kicking that low, it's not as, you don't really have to quite worry about the wind on that one.
Big kick. All right, so again, let's see if they open up the offense a little bit here.
Dedicated to keeping our athletes safe and healthy.
Starting at the 20, Brown in the backfield, working out of the pistol. Good swing out. Number 16, Brett Wexelblatt. Comets with some positive yards, maybe even close to it. No, it looks like they're going to leave him just a little bit short of a first down. So it picks up a quick 9. Great catch and go by Wexelblatt.
That's a positive play, first down. That's what you need. This is how you start to build yourself and get some of that confidence and get that momentum. You get a couple plays like that, get a couple first downs, then you're in business. This is what we need to see out of Mason. And now they're lining up here, a little I formation.
Inside handoff, first man through. Just looking to get that first down. I think they're going to give him enough for it.
Yeah, they're going to march it off.
So yeah, they spotted above the 30, so the Comets with a first down. That's something positive to build off of here. Clock continues to run. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Running for the first time, that was Joe Longworth, number 33. Longworth again takes the fake. They try to get it to Cooper.
Oh.
A little bit too long with that throw, though, was Colin Brown.
Yeah, that was a nice quick pass there, and unfortunately, again, couldn't get it to him. Just a little too long there for Cooper, which is saying something when.
Yeah, so Colin Brown's not going to throw too many of those away. They've been practicing that way too much. Maybe Cooper just got knocked off his route a little bit.
That's kind of what it looked like there. He was, bumped a little quick.
I mean, those guys have practiced it too much. Brown knew where he was supposed to be. Brown pulls it down, tries to do something with himself on second down, basically picks up nothing, maybe even lost a half a yard.
Now those are the type of plays that you can't have right now. In a game like this where, you're really, every possession is valuable for this Mason team right now. Those are the kind of plays that you cannot afford to have. Because now you're looking at a big third down here, third and long, 3rd and 10, so you have to.
LaSalle, though, has done a great job along that defensive front. Brown rolling left, Longworth in front of him, shoots it out, nice catch. Wexelblatt pulls it down, good enough for a Comet first down, and he's knocked down just shy of the 50-yard line.
And that, my friends, is how you convert on a 3rd and long. That's a great play there. Those are those positive plays that we're talking about that you have to have. And Mason got him. That's clutch right there.
Nice square out, you see. I like the way Wexelblatt broke off the route. They realized that it was going to be zone coverage, and he just basically split the short and the deep guy.
Exactly. That's how you have to attack it, and that was a great job there by Wexelblatt.
Fake jet sweep to Dardis, go with the inside handoff. Again, that's Joe Longworth pounding it on the inside. So they pick up a good 4 right at midfield. Clock is continuing to run, and Comets just going to let that thing run down.
I say they look content to just let it go.
Producer director of tonight's cable cast is Josh Semstrop.
Josh doing a great job tonight.
First quarter, LaSalle 10, Mason nothing.
So here we are, Chris, we're looking at a first quarter where they really couldn't get anything going. Now they got a little momentum, and the clock hopefully does not slow them down.
It killed them last week, and now this week, here you go again. This is, you've got a good group. Now you've got to give your chance, give your guys a chance here to take a quick deep breath there, and talk to the coaches and figure everything out. This is a quality drive right now by Mason. This is exactly what Kastner was looking for out of his guys.
Brian Kastner, yeah. Coach Kastner.
Yeah.
Looking to move things forward. And again, just so disjointed last week on that first play, or in that first drive. That turnover just seemed to derail them. Tonight, they're coming back with some fire in their belly, and now they're working with the wind. Maybe they'll air it out a little bit more.
Again, when it's gut check time, got to get it done.
Brown. Inside handoff, Longworth. finds the sled and tough. He leans forward, picks up maybe a yard. So that'll set up a 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, another big 3rd down here for Mason. They have to get it going. Again, got to convert. You had a couple chances.
Brown. I think he's got Longworth right next to him. Cooper on the square out. Nice pitch and catch. Way to pull that thing in, Jack. Big Jack Cooper getting those big mitts out of that ball. Now that was a good pattern.
Yeah, I would say you watch Cooper there on the quick out. Great throw by Colin Brown. Right to Jack Cooper. Uses big hands, long arms, brings it in. Crucial 1st down conversion on that. That's exactly what you want when you know, if you're a Mason coach.
I like what Jack did is he drove the defender off and then snapped it off right where he needed to.
Exactly. That's, it's textbook wide receiver right there.
From the 40, Longworth again on the inside, leans forward, gets maybe 1. Setting up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Longworth coming off here. He's got some good miles on his legs right there. It was some tough running for him. He just did a great job there.
Keeping those pads low. Ooh, find the sled and kind of tough is Caden Evans. Evans tried to get his pads low, but somebody got lower and just stood him straight up after he gained about a yard. So that'll set up a 3rd and 8 for the Comets.
Yeah, pretty soon, this type of play calling right now is going to get it. It's not. You can't keep doing it. Basically, 2 runs and a pass. Eventually, your luck's going to run out. Got to get it going here.
Yeah, we have not seen a jet sweep yet, or anything, any run trying to go to the outside. 3rd and 8, Brown looks left, comes back right, and threads it into Wexelblatt. He gets drilled at the 25-yard line, but it's good enough for another Comet 1st down.
Colin Brown, tip of the cap to you, good sir. What a laser beam of a throw right there. Watch this. Look at that, just beautiful pass there. What a catch by Wexelblatt. Took the pop, but great pass by Colin Brown.
Picture-perfect tackle by that LaSalle defender. So the Comets knocking on the door now at the Lancers 1st down at their 25-yard line. Brown gets a snap, pumps right, baits him up, and he had him. Oh, and then great job by picking that thing off by the defender.
He looks like he was going to throw the flag, but the referee decided he was digging for it, but he didn't follow through with it. That's a tough break there for the Comets.
Well, what I really like about that defense by LaSalle there, Chris, was that LaSalle defender, you see it here on the replay, he plays the ball better than the offensive guy did.
Exactly.
Devontae Smith. So Smith breaking the Comets' hearts here with 9:04 to go, picking that off, and here the Lancers are set up 1st and 10 on their own 20.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. As a defensive back, get the inside position there. Beautiful play. Fortunately, that's a tough turnover for the Comets.
Colin Brown needed to take a little zip off of that and put a little more air underneath it. And who's making that run?
O.J. White.
Yep. So they're emptying out the bench a little bit. Wyatt.
That's right, the Beast Camp Porter's back in, so you don't have to.
5'7" junior.
24.
2nd and 10. Again, they're going to reset to Brand. Branham. Straight back. Oh, and Seibert does a great job of running the defenders off. He settles into the seam of the zone, catches it, takes on a couple of tacklers, and good for a first down.
Yeah, Jax Hutchinson, he was going to, yeah, watch this here. I was going to say, you see Jax Hutchinson, he lays the boom there on Siebert, but again, settled right in, wide open. Nice pitch and catch for LaSalle.
First down from about just shy of the 36. Porter now running violently on the inside. He gets lassoed down. That's a great job of open field tackling by number 44, Jack Hagledge.
You know, one thing you notice on that run there, when he was stopped and spun around, he kept going and then was spun around again to the ground. There's just no give up in that kid.
Branham, straight back, unleashes and uncorks a long one, and oh boy, that just slightly goes off the hands of Jamar Hargrove Mundy. I'm sorry, Devontae Smith down there, and Devontae, I guess he picks him off better than he catches him when he's in the open. But
you beat me to it. I was going to say the same exact thing there.
Comets defender got his hand up, as you'll see it here in the replay.
He just unleashed on the straight seam route there, and
hey, Branham has 6 more inches on that ball. We're calling a touchdown.
Yeah, you got that right.
The defender got way back. Smith got way behind him. Branham now looking, pumps it left. Seibert can't save him that time on 3rd down. That throws a little bit short, and we'll see the first LaSalle punt of the evening.
That is a big stop there by the Mason defense. That's something right there to get your, give you some confidence there. It gives the offense a chance to come back after, a somewhat successful drive, even after the turnover. They were moving the football on them. So here's your chance to get right back in it with a good drive and some points here.
Back for the Comets, Jax Hutchinson. I believe it's Alec Dardis back there. And Jax maybe a little bit too quick with that fair catch. With that wind probably making it tricky. So the Comets are going to take over at just shy of their own 30-yard line with 7:26 to go. And Chris, they're pretty lucky. They're only trailing 10-0.
Yeah, you can look at it that way, but you can also, if you're Mason, you can also think, what could have been. You had that last drive. You had a good job of, moving the ball, and unfortunately just turned it over. So, yeah, on one end you're lucky it's only 10-0, but again, you're unlucky that it's not, 10-7 or at least 10-3.
The big offensive lineman led by Jackson Norman and Paul Rodriguez. After Colin Brown with the wind now coming across him. Wetzelblatt with another great catch, pulls it down and leans forward, good enough for another Comet first down.
Yeah, beautiful. You could see that coming all along. You saw Wetzelblatt come out of his route there, break. Nice pitch and catch here, held onto it. Great run after the catch, first down. Now this is what you want to see more of here from Mason. They're very successful right now so far tonight. On these nice pass plays, letting Colin Brown drop back in the pocket and fire it.
Oh, and long work on the inside, breaking tackles now with a stiff arm, and he's finally knocked off his feet inside of the 30-yard line. Good enough for another Comet first down.
Huge play. That was fantastic. Joe Longworth was not to be stopped there. Great run. And it took Cam Porter to bring him down. You're going to see here on the replay. Look at that. Just a nice hole. Ran right through it. And he was not going to go down. He just, breaks 2 tackles. And he was battling Cam Porter there.
And inside again. Oh, not quite there. It's good job by the Lancers of settling in. Jalen Johnson, a defensive back, comes up, makes the stick. Longworth good for about 1.
It's 2nd and 9 now from the 27. You're in great field. You're obviously in field goal range with Brooks Kern, your kicker here. But here, this is a nice drive again by Mason. They've had a couple of these already tonight.
Finish them off though, kids. Finish them off.
Exactly.
Brown sends Dardis in motion. Fakes that jet sweep. Brings Cooper back on the bubble screen. Cooper runs into some traffic and gets knocked down pretty hard. Again, that's number 29 for the Lancers, working his way inside there. Aaron Bird with a big shot, playing from linebacker. That's going to set up 3rd and about a long 7.
Yeah, again, you've been successful so far tonight on 3rd downs. You got to keep it up. And that was one of the points we looked at tonight. The keys for Mason was, you got to be successful on 3rd down.
And take care of the ball.
Exactly. And so far we're, 1 of 2. But, for the most part, again, they've taken care of the ball. It just, he had the one unfortunate interception in the end zone. But, that.
Wind kicking up a little bit. Again, Comets need to get working here. They got 14 seconds left on that 25-second clock. Brown with a man behind him. He's going to step up. He has all types of running room. Brown gets close to the 1st down, but there's a little laundry in the backfield.
Yeah, you're going to see a couple holds here on this one. That's unfortunately going to bring it back.
So they'll back that up 10.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate backbreaker on that one. You get enough to get the 1st down, but unfortunately, obviously, it was aided by, holding penalty there. But again, it's now you're looking at 3rd and 17.
I don't know. Yeah, 3rd and 16 is they're marking it up at the booth. Although I don't think those guys' eyes are as good as yours, Chris. So we'll call it 3rd and 17 here as Brown with Longworth right next to him. Clock continues to run inside of 4:40. Brown rolling right, rolling, looking, guns it in. Nice catch. And Wexelblatt, who's been Johnny on the spot all night, doing a great job of coming down with the ball. I like the fact that this kid catches the ball with his hands, Chris. I've not seen a ball get into his body all night.
Exactly, and you see, it's plays like that on, on a 3rd and 16, 3rd and 17. You get 14, 15 yards right there. Give yourself 4th and short. I mean, he's done a great job of catching these balls there. Gets in just enough space to make that play. You catch with your hands, you're gonna put yourself in a good position to not make any mistakes.
Comets now. And something went wrong as Coach Brian Kastner is not a happy man right now. There must have been some type of wrong type of personnel in for that particular player or something.
Yeah, he quickly hopped on the headset there to chat up with his other coaches to figure out what happened there.
Actually, they called a timeout because they had 12 guys on the field. They should have been called for it, Chris. Wexelblatt was supposed to come out because they sent in number 44, Jack Hagledge, to be a 2nd tight end. So they were running the old pro set with a pair of tight ends and a pair of wide receivers, and Wexelblatt broke the huddle with them.
Yeah,
so they could have been called for a penalty.
Yeah, it should have been called there. It was a smart catch there to call a timeout, hopefully before the
flag comes out. Yeah. So, big 4th down and about 3. It's a long 2. It's closer to 3. Comets come out.
You know, you got to like this from Mason here, showing some confidence in this offense to go out and get a first down and get 7 points. That's what you're looking at here.
Yeah, so they've got Evans in front of Longworth. Longworth, he pulls it down. Oh, he had a man open, and Dardis just throws a little bit behind him. So the Comets will turn the ball over on downs with 4:27 to go here in the first half.
Again, you show them that confidence. They have to be able to execute, and unfortunately, I mean, Colin Brown, he had some time there, steps up. He was under a little bit of pressure, and it just was a little behind Dardis, and he just, you know, he slipped a little bit, but just was unable to get, you know, to haul it in. That's a tough break.
Yeah, Dardis broke it in. He broke it in hard to shake the defender. Brown just a little bit tardy with the throw. So here comes the Lancers. Branham fakes it to Porter, pulls it down, runs it himself. He's got all kinds of running room as he's over the 40, finally drugged down by Jax Hutchinson at about the 45-yard line.
And Blake Aaron's going to get flagged here for a little unnecessary roughness at the end of it, so you're going to tack on another 15.
That's just frustration coming out.
That's exactly what that is, and things you cannot have happen.
Well, LaSalle's moving it back. Or are they going to pick it up?
Oh, there's a flag in the backfield as well, so this might be offset here. Let's see how this is going to go.
Yeah, they must have had a hold back there then. All kinds of laundry on the field. Let's see what the official tells us.
Tough to figure it all out here.
Personal foul defense.
So you'll walk off that holding there, and then you got the dead ball, so you're going to have to. That's tough. So you're looking at about a 1st and 5.
All right, so once we sort it out, it's 1st and 5. Again, Branham keeping it himself, running forward up to the 35-yard line. Brian Castro over there complaining about a hold.
And I've seen a couple of these holds that have gone unnoticed by the officials so far. So, you know, coach is getting a little. He's definitely making the referees aware. So we'll see how that plays out.
Inside handoff. Good for about 4, and we'll call it 3. Clock under 4 minutes now. LaSalle just, again, patiently picking them up 4 or 5 yards at a time.
Yeah, LaSalle's in no rush. They get up to the line and they figure out that play and they just go.
Branham backs it up. Resets the play. They're taking every bit of this 25-second clock. Branham's going to roll right. And I think now, I thought I saw a defender in his jersey stretch that time. His number 46 was shooting back there in the backfield, Will Ott. And I thought I saw a lot of jersey coming off of that young man. Branham, 3rd and short.
Oh,
Porter
nice.
with nowhere to go. Is Haglage and Barrick Falk both shoot that get.
Man, I tell you, those guys are both ready to take the handoff there from Branham.
So they'll knock him down for a couple-yard loss. Once they spot the ball, we'll tell you how many yards
So
lost.
it should be a legal shift here. Yep. So now the Lancers now starting to kind of shoot themselves in the foot here off a couple positive plays. Now it's going to. See, it should be 4th down now. Should be 4th and 5.
Getting a little chippy out there. It is 4th and 5, and the Lancers look like they're going to go for it. Don't be surprised if Branham doesn't quick kick this either. or at least try to draw the Comets off. Again, they've been using all of it, and they got plenty of timeouts left.
Yeah, I think they might just. I think they're just going to wear it down here.
Yeah, hard count them and try to get them off.
That's exactly what you're going to see. They'll call timeout and should punt it. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, just run a little time off. So it's 2:21 now. They'll bring in that punting team, and we'll see what Comets can do here with a couple of minutes left. Hey, it'd be nice if he hangs one up in the air and we could at least get a little bit of a return on it.
That's what you're looking for. Hey, we just haven't had it tonight. It's, whether it's a kick return, we've had the one on the opening kickoff, but, that was.
Yeah, everything else has been directionally kicked away from any returner
or
pounding them through the end zone. So Comets behind here, 10-0, 2:21 to go. They haven't played bad. I mean, Comets defense has come up big. Just the offense hasn't been able to punch anything through yet.
And that's been the hardest part tonight. It's, you got one unit playing great or playing solid, maybe not great if you look at, if they look back at a couple of their drives, but then the other unit, the offense just has to pick it up, and you have to complement the other, the other two units, special teams and obviously, offense or defense, but now's the time again. It's gut check time for this Mason team. They have to step up and get it done here.
Jack Hutchinson and Alec Dardis back deep for the Comets.
Oh,
and a short kick. It goes out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Right at about the 32-yard line. So the Comets will take over with 2:14 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, this 2 minutes and 14 seconds here this half. This is a crucial point of this season. If this young season already. I mean, last game, the game kind of at this point was already well out of hand. You're in it here with LaSalle. You get something here to finish off this half.
At least let's see if they can at least try to get some points here. Brown drops back. Oh, and he throws a quick pass, and again he throws it up. Cooper doesn't seal off the defender. The ball goes off of Cooper's hands. It goes up where the defense can get their hands on it, and the Comets shoot themselves in the foot with a turnover.
Critical mistake. That's how you have to look at it, and that is tough. And here's, you're going to see this replay here, and you see Colin Brown. I don't know what he was. I mean, the play was designed for it, but that's a tough pill to swallow there.
Isa Jarman with a pickoff there. So the Comets now have to go back on defense, and there's a wide run. Looking for a place to cut up. That time was Jabron Payne. He gets knocked off his feet. Finally at about the 20.
Yeah, look at that. Nice sweep play left there. He cuts back in.
Look at Jack Hegledge coming all the way over from the opposite side, laying down the smack there. 2nd and 3. Trying to get that thing, Branham by himself on the outside. He stopped a little bit short, as it's going to be 3rd and about, we'll call it 4.
Yeah, Michael McCalman on that play there. Again, he stayed disciplined and stuck with Branham and brought him down.
Branham taking his time. Straight back, looking, setting up the screen, and Jabron Payne is going to get into the end zone.
Wow.
Lancers with another touchdown.
Halfback slip screen right there.
And the funny thing was, is you and I were up here, and we were both seeing it. As soon as the defense bit, you thought, oh, here he's going to just lope it over the top, and we'll see it here on the replay.
And you saw Nick Wadsworth right there. He saw it, and he was just on it. He just couldn't recover in time. He was, he saw Branham drop back real quick, and then unfortunately by that time it was too late, and Jabron Payne was already scamper into the end zone. Now quickly the Tides can turn there.
Seibert with the hold from Merritt. I think he kicked it probably in the high school parking lot. No, he got it up in the air, so that slowed it down a little bit. So LaSalle, after being stopped on their previous drive, comes up with a turnover, and more importantly than a turnover, Chris, they cashed it in. They're up 17-0.
Yeah, that's, again, you know, it's mistakes that are converted into points, and that's what happened last time, or last week against Springboro. And that's what's happened right now against, you know, LaSalle. It's, again, we talked about, you know, the turnovers, and we've already had 2. They had 2 last week, 2 already tonight, you know, in this first half, for things that just cannot happen. You have to be able to convert on these plays.
Yes, they do. 55 seconds to go. Comets are going to put a couple of defenders out there. Now, let's see how Seibert's leg is now. The wind has been coming out of the north most of the night.
It's not coming out of the north. It's whipping out of the north.
Coach Kastner getting awfully fired up there on the sidelines.
As well he should. I mean, you know, you see some positives here from your team, and then unfortunately, you know, you see a couple of these negatives, and these negatives they've been costly.
Seibert. Nice deep kick, but Dardis is going to catch it just shy of the goal line. Alec Dardis looking for a seam, gets up to about the 21. Well, the Comets will have 49 seconds to work. Chris, they got 2 timeouts, but again, Why do you run an out? If you're going to throw any passes, throw them deep and then punt on 3.
Yeah, some things here you kind of question a little bit, but it's part of it. This last 49 seconds here, I wouldn't expect to see Mason really try to push it down the field and get something. I think you play it safe because LaSalle we've seen so far, they're a quick hitting offense. They can put up these points, and right now the way it's gone, I think they just want to play it safe and then go in the locker room.
Joe Longworth in the backfield takes that inside handoff, and that's exactly what they're going to do, Chris. And we had 1 second differential, and of course LaSalle's going to go ahead and
timeout.
If you're going to sit on it, we'll force your hand.
Well, that's exactly right there. I mean, Coach Pat McLaughlin knows what he's doing. You're going
to make them run 2 more plays.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, you've got, you get times in your favor, and he's going to make them work for it. So
I have this timeout. They'll run 1 play. He'll be able to get 1 more. And again, hopefully, you won't be able to. They should be able to. Comets should be able to run out the clock then.
Yeah, LaSalle's got 1 timeout left.
Unless they do something silly and throw a pass here.
Well, if you're going to get silly and throw a pass, you better connect and take it to the house. Otherwise, that's really silly.
Hey, Miss Peters.
All right, so here we go. Again, inside handoff, Joe Longworth doing some tough sledding there. Or no, that time they gave it to number 31, Caden Evans. And I guess Coach McLaughlin's going to say, okay, I toyed with you enough. Yeah, because they haven't even started the 25-second clock, so.
Yeah, they're just happy enough taking in the locker room right here. So, yeah, it's a smart move there.
Well, Coach Kastner cannot be happy. What could he possibly tell his team at halftime, Chris?
Well, you have to be able to. You have to look at the bright spots that you had in this first half. I mean, you saw in the first couple drives, Mason was moving the ball. They had a lot of success in the pocket, letting Colin Brown just step back in the pocket, fire it around. you had that success. So now, you know, build off of that. And, you know, that's what you can really tell your team is, you know, you've seen it happen. You just have to cut out the turnovers, plain and simple. You can't afford to have that because that's, you know, that's cost them so far.
Folks, kick back, grab a cool beverage, and relax. And here you see some of this first half scoring action as the tight end goes in for LaSalle. That's how we've gotten this far. Again, Mason has had a couple of nice positive plays, Chris, but really not much else to shake about as LaSalle's dominated this first half.
That's what you, again, as you know, as you go in the locker room, you have to look at those plays and build off them. That's, I mean, it's not a lot. You just, you know, you go off of that, you know, that positivity there on those plays and continue to build with it.
There you see that great pass by Wexelblatt making that catch. Again, most of those first half highlights. We'll leave you with those highlights as that drive stuttered with a pickoff right there. And we'll leave you with those highlights, and we'll come back with all the second half action here from Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium, where Mason trails LaSalle at halftime, 17-0.
Another great performance by the Mason High School Marching Band. The band would like to remind you, you could be the winner of a brand new Nautilus automobile. Stop by Mason Bands to purchase your chance to win on October 12th. Tickets start at $20 and you don't have to be present to win. This event is sponsored by Lincoln of Cincinnati. I saw that vehicle parked in the middle school parking lot last weekend. It's very nice, $20, and you have a chance to win and support Mason Bands. Split the pot. Split the pot. It is another huge jackpot this Friday night. $397. $397 cash could be yours. Take out your tickets. 814-5589. 814-5589. It's up on the big board. Please bring that ticket to the press box if you own it. 814-5589. Thanks for supporting Comet football.
Can you hear me?
By buying those Split the Pot tickets.
Yeah, hold on.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm ready. I can do it. I'll wait for Steve. Okay, what about now? Can you hear me now? Okay. He's over there in the middle of the box, so I can go ahead and get started if you want.
Did someone turn on the red focus lines? How do I turn them off? Uh-huh. Alright, thanks. Because it was surrounding everything, not just what I had in focus.
And welcome everyone. We are back on ICRC-TV's coverage here of the LaSalle Lancers taking on the Mason Comets from Dwyer Field here at Atrium Stadium. It's 17-0 right now. The Comets, you know, they had a couple struggles here in the first half, but you know they were able to move the ball on LaSalle, and you know LaSalle was able to withstand some of that. But now they're back, and you know this is a big second half here for the Mason Comets. They have a chance to, you know, they do kick off here in the first, or this first kickoff here in the second half. LaSalle gets the ball, so if Mason's able to come back on defense and get a big stand, you're setting yourself up for a very interesting third quarter here for the Mason Comets. But it all comes down to, again, I've said it numerous times, is it's gut check time. So it's time for the Comets to really pick it up here and make it happen. So this is going to be an interesting, it's going to be an interesting third quarter here for the Comets. I know Coach Brian Kastner in the locker room, he had to get his guys fired up here. So we'll see how it's going to play out. But overall, like I said, it's 17-0 here in the end of the first half. I think overall it was something to be proud of for the Comets in some certain aspects. The way the offense was moving, Colin Brown, when given time, he was able to step back and fire the ball around the field. But you know, again, there's positives here for Coach Kastner and the Mason Comets. So, again, this second half, when it starts off, defense, you guys have to step up, and they just keep building off of it, and again, give the offense a chance to get you back in this game. So,
hey, if I know Brian Kastner, Chris, I know one thing. The positives are in film day. Tonight, he is not a happy camper.
Well, I was trying to sugarcoat it a little bit, Steve, but I mean, you can't.
We'll tell our camera guys to focus in on him. I thought I saw that one vein popping out of the side of his head. That one series where he had to call the timeout before they got the penalty for breaking the huddle with 12, he was not happy.
Yeah, he was not happy at all, and you could see, especially on that personal foul penalty there, where it ended up kind of being wiped out due to that holding penalty. But he was rightfully upset there. Again, a frustration play. That would have been called back. Instead, you end up giving LaSalle 5 yards on a play like that. Makes it tough, and you can't. Those are the mistakes you can't afford to have now. As we get ready to kick off the second half here. Again, Mason, they've got to come out. They just have to get it done, plain and simple. This is the first time we've seen Brooks Curran too here.
Yeah, a stranger to us, the kicker.
Brooks has a leg on him. Watch him. He can blast it. That's a nice air under that one.
Unfortunately, it's fielded at the 1, working his way up, working his way out, working his way away. Oh, nice job on an open field tackle by the Comets. That young man, number 3, was getting ready to rock and roll again.
Jadaron Payne, he almost, if you watch the replay here, he runs into his own guy, and if he doesn't run into him, you could be talking about, going for 6 on that. Fortunately, Jadaron Payne, again, like I said, he ran into his own guy and slowed him up for the Mason defenders to take him down, but that's tough.
Branham on a first down. Looks, fires that quick out to Seibert. Seibert gets up to the 40-yard line, knocked out about the 45, but good enough for LaSalle, first down.
Yeah, Jax Hutchinson right there, he was just unable to make the play. He was there. Oh, it wasn't Jax. I apologize. Jax ended up laying the hit on him. That was number 5, Carson Croy, on that hit. Or the tackle, not the hit, because that was Jax Hutchinson, who I just said just popped him.
Ran him quickly. Oh, nice spin move.
Again, he had a chance to get Cam Porter back behind the line of scrimmage with about a 2-yard loss, and he was able to spin out of it and take it for 2 more yards. So now
that's probably one of the most eloquent pirouettes I've seen in a while.
That was beautiful.
So rather than losing 3, Porter picks up 2. Branham's going to reset now as he looks over to the sideline. Young man, sprinting left, firing out to Seibert, who's open.
Wow, nice
he catches.
catch.
Seibert fought the defender for the ball, and he wanted it more, Chris.
He did. That's a heck of a catch right there. You see, here it is right here. Look at him. Brandon rolls out. That's a tough play there. I mean, Michael Rue there, he made a great break on the ball, made a great play, and just unfortunately, Seibert had already had it in his hands. Heck of a catch.
3rd and 3. From right at midfield. Keeping it himself as Branham dodging a few tacklers. How about that, boy? I tell you what, about 3 defenders went with Porter. Branham with a great read.
Yeah, that RPO that they keep running it's been successful tonight. Again, you saw
pulled an Olay on a couple of
I was
them.
going to say, you saw Will Ott right there. I mean, right, he was ready to take the handoff from Cam Porter right out of his hands. But, you know, again, Random, the smart move there, reads that, pulls it out of his hands, and goes.
Porter now breaking it to the outside. Cam Porter down to the 30. Cam Porter with one man to beat. Cam Porter in for the score.
Now that was an impressive run. Wow. Wow. That was impressive. Breaks a few tackles, is able to hop over another defender and get in the end zone. Now you see why he's a Division I running back there. It's, you know, we're lucky enough week in and week out, we get to see some great high school football players, and this is just another one you can add to the list. That's a great run.
Porter with an exceptional run. Hold down, Seibert bangs another one through. It's at the 24th point here for the Comets. Let's see if we can see that replay again. You can just see how impressive Cam Porter is.
Yeah, here it is. You just see it. I mean, look at it. He just, once he gets to the outside there, he uses his speed. I mean, that's impressive. Here he is coming right at you. In all reality, he didn't get touched until he got to about the 8-yard line. And he just used pure speed to get around him there. I thought he broke a couple tackles, but man, he just used flat-out speed to get around that edge, and he was gone.
Hey, Chris, let's talk about some great LaSalle running backs that have ties to Northwestern University. You know, there's a young man up there by the name of Larkin right now.
Good old Jeremy Larkin.
Who is no longer able to play football, but I'm sure that he positively influenced Mr. Porter in that regard. Again, Jeremy Larkin, probably one of the best high school running backs I ever had the pleasure to cover.
Jeremy Larkin, absolutely unbelievable as a running back here in this city. Yeah, and I believe he just announced his so-called retirement. It was earlier this year, wasn't it, I believe?
Well, there's a medical anomaly that he has that if he were to get hit in a certain way, that it could jeopardize his future life, even in walking.
Yeah,
and again, he's making the smart move. Number one, you got to be a smart kid to go to Northwestern, but number two, he's still involved with the football program.
Oh yeah, Pat Fitzgerald knows. He knows what to do.
Yeah, they're actually letting him be involved in the program by being like a volunteer, unpaid assistant coach. I mean, he goes to all the coaches' meetings. He's learning about the other side of the game as well. So for a gentleman that gave so much to the game, to be able to give back and get into coaching right away, that's tremendous. And we're getting to see the next young man he's going to get a chance to tutor here, which is Cam Porter from LaSalle High School.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. You love to see, obviously, these kids get a shot at the next level, and then hopefully a shot after that at the top level. And it's, we're lucky, like I said, every week here in Cincinnati, we get to see just fantastic high school football. In my opinion, the best in the country.
Keeping it himself is Colin Brown, who gets out across close to the 25-yard line, knocked down at about the 23.
That was a tough run there. I thought he was going to be able to break it right here. You see, again, RPO there, pulls it out of the running back's breadbasket, and he just got clipped off. I think if that defensive lineman wasn't able to get his feet, I think Colin Brown could at least got a couple more yards dragging the linebacker there.
That's a great job of shedding that block, though.
Oh, great.
Comets down 24-0, 9:06 and counting here in the third quarter. Inside handoff. Is that Joe Longworth going hard again? It sure is.
I'd tell you what, win or lose, these Mason running backs, and it's been like that the last couple years, these guys just run hard. There's no give up in these guys. They hit. They enjoy that contact. You know what you're going to get from a Mason running back, and it stays consistent here.
Yeah, Nolan McCormick last week before he got dinged up was going hard at it. So first down from the 32-yard line. Brown with a quick pitch out and gathering it up and then getting the smack laid down on him. I think that was Alec Dardis.
It was. He got popped.
Yeah, that's one of the few targets he's gotten today. Again, they throw it to him into traffic.
Yeah, he's one that, you know, we kind of expected him to get the ball a little more often than what he has, and it was like that last week too. He's a weapon when he gets the ball, and you just have to be able to get it, you know, get it in his hands. And
yeah, Alec is all about yards after the catch, and they really haven't really given him the opportunity, at least not yet tonight, to catch the ball in space where he can work. Longworth cutting that thing inside, drags a couple of tacklers with him. Just over the 40-yard line. It's going to be third down and a short 2.
yeah, this is a crucial third down here. You gave up, you know, in your first defensive drive, you gave up a touchdown there. If you have any hopes of, you know, getting back in it, here's a prime opportunity for you to get, you know, keep this drive rolling. I mean, for the most part, I've been pretty impressed with the way Mason's played offensively.
Inside handoff, Longworth
There
to
we
his
go.
pads low.
Again, just what I was explaining. These guys run hard. That's a beautiful run. I tell you what, when you face a Mason offense, you know you're going to get punched in the mouth when it comes to facing a running back. They enjoy that hit. They enjoy the hitting.
Joe keeping his pads low and really going through that hole and taking on that contact and dragging them with him, good enough for a Comet first down at the 46. Brown under center, gives it to the first man through, number 34, or 31.
Yeah, 31.
Caden Evans. Evans picked up a hard running 3. Second down and 7, just shy of midfield.
Yeah, as this clock continues to wind down, it's the Comets. That clock's their enemy. So you got to take advantage of every little opportunity you get.
Longworth with a big run as he breaks it inside the 45-yard line, just shy of the first down, and set up a 3rd and 1.
And Mason, they're sticking with the run here. I was a little surprised. I would expect them to air it out a little bit because, like I said, it worked in the first half. But they're sticking to their game plan here, running this football,
wearing them down a little bit.
Exactly, and we'll see how that plays out here in the next, couple drives in this quarter and the fourth.
Good enough for a first down as Brown just takes it himself and leans over.
Brown searched to hit for the first down for the Comets.
So Comets with a first down inside their own 45. We'll call it the 42. Clock continues to run at 5:17 and counting here. Brown. Harrison Borders on the inside handoff goes virtually nowhere.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be lucky enough to get it back to the line of scrimmage as the officials are marking off. He got nothing. Now they're going to give him 1. That's a generous 1 there, Steve. A very generous 1.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten knocked back 6 inches, but that's okay.
Woo.
So, all right, 2nd and 10, we'll call it.
We'll go with it.
Clock continues to run. Borders now still back there as the single back.
Looks like Ken's going to pass it.
Brown just ducks it, but the flag was down. And that's typically a procedure penalty, so the Comets, again, after a little success, starting to shoot themselves in the foot here.
Yeah, this is the proverbial 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and that's what we're seeing here. This clock continues to run.
Tick, 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 tick. 4:13 and counting. Comets still haven't broken the huddle yet, and we've got 10 seconds left. on the 25-second clock. Official called, okay, we must have a gentleman bleeding, so.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, thank you to him for saving the Comets for using a timeout. Straight back, looking. Brown threads it down underneath, and there's Alec Dardis with a catch that means something. Good enough for a Comets first down as they're inside their own 35.
That's the kind of play I've been expecting all game. Again, Colin Brown, look, you can see what he's got a live arm. You see here on this replay, I think, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I mean, all the time in the world there, and he uncorks one there. And Dardis with his, sure hands, boom, brings it in.
I like it, the fact that he had all kinds of time, nobody hanging on him. Offensive line doing a great job this series. Borders takes the pitch deep, wiggles his way over the 30, inside the 25-yard line, knocked down, but he picks up a real effective 6.
You were talking about the offensive line here. They've obviously, it's been a complete 180 from last week to this week. This is what you expected coming from that game. You expected a team to come out and at least, play some serious fight, and that's what they're doing. Obviously a couple of things haven't gone their way, but, that's going to happen. It just depends on how you rebound from those. And, Mason right now has done I believe, a pretty good job in that. And, they've been moving the ball tonight on LaSalle.
They're still trailing 24-0. Borders bouncing it outside. And Borders, nice open field tackle by number 9 on LaSalle. His Borders could have put a move on him, but didn't. Just tried to blow past him. Let's see if we can see that one again. That's a nice open field tackle. Jamar Hargrove Mundy with that stop for LaSalle. Look at him come up.
I mean, that's a textbook hit him low there. Steve, you were saying, yeah, it is 24-0, but honestly, it doesn't feel like it's a bad 24-0, at least in my opinion.
There's a good 24-0?
Well,
no, you're right. The Comets are just a couple of mistakes of being right in this game.
Well, and that's kind of, that's my point there is, last week, a 24-0 last week, completely different. That was, you're putting nail in the coffin there. This one, it's, again, they're moving the football here on LaSalle. I mean, their offensive line now starting to kind of assert their dominance. This is what we've expected from this Mason offensive line all season, and this is what we're we've been, somewhat accustomed to seeing. So that's where I'm coming from with that so-called good 24-0.
They are making positive strides. Under a minute 50 to go. Borders trying to run inside the tackles. Didn't like that, Chris. He stopped and backed his way in the hole.
Yeah, nice improvisation there. You can see. We'll see here on the replay if we.
Yeah, bring up the replay.
I was going to say, yeah, we'll see.
He stopped and backed in the hole. That's what he did. I mean, I know that young man's played a lot of defensive back in his time. And but if you're going to go to the backfield, son,
you can't back it in.
North and south, keep your pads low, and if there's no hole created.
Exactly. Yes. You just continue to fight forward.
Inside, nice pass to Alec Dardis, so they get the penalty yards back, so it'll set them up for 3rd and 10. As Dardis runs a 5-yard slant.
Yeah, that was quick. He had the nice little inside position there on Jamar Hargrove Mundy, who, if he was able to read that a little quicker, he was, he could have picked that one. But again, Alec Dardis, he's just again sure-handed. But now brings up that 3rd and 10, 3rd and long. You have to be able to convert here.
Looking to pump it. Oh, and the pocket collapses. And who's there to take him down?
The jack of all trades, Cam Porter.
Huge loss for the Comets as 3rd and 10 becomes 4th and 20.
Well, that was a slow developing play there. You could see Colin Brown here. He just he was waiting for it, and then everything all went sideways for him, and he ends up having to take that sack, and that's a killer sack too.
As the quarter expires, the Comets find themselves trailing 24-0. Folks, our cablecast replay times, if we'll flash those up real quick, you can watch it on Spectrum Cable as well as Cincinnati Bell-Fi Optics Television.
Now we'll take a look at the student section.
I can't see them, they're only camouflage.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
There's our replay schedule. You see it later tonight, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That Wednesday game, hey, that Wednesday game, that's the citywide channel, Channel 24. So tell your friends all across town. Tell the folks over in Lancer country they can see this game again at 8 p.m.
What was that screen about?
Yeah, because I think we've done a great job tonight. They deserve us.
So the Comets come out here in the fourth quarter, still not on the board, but they're knocking on the door, Chris. They got 12 minutes to try to mount something respectable from an offensive standpoint.
Well, now you're looking at about a 47-yard field goal here by Brooks Curran, so we'll see if he can, into the wind too, nonetheless.
Ball down, kick is up.
He's got the run. Oh, no, that wind killed it.
Just a little bit short. I was blowing for it, but it just wouldn't go.
The wind killed it. That was, I've seen Brooks kick numerous times, and the kid's got an absolute cannon for a leg as
Chris,
well.
To be honest with you, he could have used that 10 yards that they got on the penalty to play before.
Well, you know, I didn't want to bring that up, but
he could have used that 10.
I mean, that 10 would have meant an extra 3 points right there on the board.
So the Comets turn the ball over as on the missed field goal.
See what you got to do. You got to do a little forecasting as well. You look and it's like, guys, stick your finger out, lick it, and then make sure that wind's not going to blow there.
Comets with some subs on defense, it looks like. Branham keeps it himself. He's got running room to the left side. He gets all the way out to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Branham's been, he's done a great job in this RPO all night. He's making some plays with his legs, and there's another one there.
Well, I mean, he cut it back. The Comets had the point of attack all clogged up.
I was just going to say, he was able to cut it. Once he broke it outside and got outside the tackle box there, then you can just use, your speed and some moves there, and that's what he did.
Uh-oh, here he comes. Jabran Payne does a great job of getting down the sidelines, crosses midfield. For a smaller guy, I'm going to call him smaller. They say he's 5'9", 189. But I tell you, he runs violently. Violently.
He is. I mean, that's what we've seen so far from LaSalle. I mean, they're violent runners. They hit it and they go, and you are going to feel it. Now the thing is, Payne, he was kind of rubbing his hamstring a little bit. So we'll see if that's a fumble.
Oh, the ball's
got
loose.
It. Mason's got it.
Good job of getting right on Payne as he's there in the backfield.
That play was doomed right from the get-go. Payne was starting to lean before the snap even came. And Branham, there was just, that timing was way off, and you saw what happened. Now you got 11:35 to go. 11 minutes and 35 seconds to get something here. You have to convert here. You just plain and simple.
Comets defense doing a good job that time.
Yeah, see if we get a replay. You can just see, you see Payne leaning just a little bit forward there, and again, it messes up that timing. You can't get, these plays. It's all. I mean, the timing's critical, and it just threw it off just enough. Next thing you know, that ball's in his breadbasket on the ground.
Well, that and Cameron Ashurst was hanging right on him.
Well, that was a good play, except for that defense broke through pretty quick, so that really messed it all up. I mean, that was a nice flea flicker there, but Colin Brown, as soon as he got it back, he was under attack. But he had Dardis wide open.
Yeah, I think LaSalle's their GCL pride, they're gonna bow their backs here. They don't want to give up any points.
Yeah, it's not like the Springboro from last week where they
wholesale substituted. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get that shutout. It's all about pride right now.
Borders gets the fake. Brown runs right into a pack of defenders at his own 45-yard line. He's going to lose about 7, and it'll be 3rd and about 17.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite how they drew that one up. It's been a rough one now. This second half, it's definitely unlike the first half. It's been tough sledding for the Mason Comets offensively. Just when you thought they could build up on a couple of things here, they just haven't been able to. Things just haven't been able to get going. They had the one good drive in the third quarter, but again, couldn't get anything off of it. And this is what happens.
Brown rolling left, rolling, pump fakes, throws it out, hits it out to Jack Haglish. But on 3rd and 17, he throws a 9-yard pass. Let's see if that'll be enough to get the Comets to go for it. And it looks like the punting squad's coming out.
Yep.
Devontae Smith and Jalen Norwood back for the Lancers to field Colin Brown's punt, but Comets call timeout.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going to be all about there, trying to figure out
which one not to kick it to.
That's exactly what you're thinking there. It's like, all right, well.
Which one are we not going to kick it to? Yeah.
Fresh Krispy Kreme donuts. While you exit the north and south gates. Support Mason Lacrosse.
We could have used them lights earlier tonight. Somebody turn on the light switch up here in the press box.
Not the only one to turn on the air a little earlier. I'm a big guy. I can't help it. I get hot easy. I'm built like a polar bear.
All right, so Brown in. Does look like the Comets are going to set up the punt. Just on the other side of midfield. Brown with a low liner. Bounces at the 20 and goes out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Right about the 18, so the Lancers will take over with 9:47 to go and a 24-0 lead.
Yeah, just remember, if they get, if they put in the end zone, we end up going to that running clock. Now, obviously, with 9:47 to go in the game, it's a different,
That would be the mercy clock, if you will.
That's exactly what that is.
These home games are always a lot of fun, and we have another one next Friday. Lakota East comes to Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium. Another home game next Friday. You don't have long to wait.
Now let's see if that's still Branham in there. Looks like it as he's running away.
Wow.
And he heard you, Chris. He heard you.
Wow.
He heard you, Chris.
He did. He did. 82 yards taken to the house. I mean, you can't. I mean, there's nothing much else you can really say. This RPO has just been. It's been the dagger for the Comets. It's impressive. I mean, they've, Branham.
Excellent run by that young
man. His ability to read it, you watch it here. He just sees where the guy, where the ends come crashing in. He goes right up the middle, and he just uses speed.
You could say it's his ability to read, but I tell you what, man, you and I sideways could have gotten through that hole.
Well, yeah, you're correct on that.
That's a big hole.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Seibert bangs it through for the 31st point, and for the second time in as many weeks, the Comets are going to be looking at a running clock.
In all the years I've done high school football, I know you're the same way. I haven't seen a running clock in 2 consecutive weeks.
Oh, I have, just not with 2 consecutive teams.
Well,
the same team, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it, just not, the same team consecutively. But again, when I state that he was, his ability to read it, you saw the end come crashing in there, and he was able. He read it and then cut back up instead of, some quarterbacks would have scampered out and run into that pressure. No, he, cool, calm, and collected, and then took it.
He ran up right where the lanes were, and there was some traffic, but he waited for the lineman to clear it, and man, did he hit that thing clean.
And then once he gets into open space, I mean, jeez, he just outran the entire Mason defense there for 82 yards.
Let's see if we see some more substitutions from the Lancers standpoint.
Rest in peace, Mason.
I mean, if you're the GMC, it's a little tough playing this LaSalle team.
Well, yeah, you got Lakota West and Mason team that aren't feeling too crazy about that. Of course, that's Coach McLaughlin coming back and paying them all back for what they did to him while he was over at Princeton. And hey, but he did leave Princeton in pretty good shape. Coach Mike Daniels we'll have them in our final broadcast of the year. And Princeton's a team to be reckoned with.
I tell you what, Princeton is, they're no joke. They're back. They're back, and I'll tell you what, they're going to be a fun team to watch this season.
Well, Coach Mike Daniels, who led them to glory as a quarterback a number of years ago, now being able to go ahead and coach them up the Pat Mancuso way. That's the name of the stadium down there. It's Pat Mancuso Field. Dartis trying to run a jet screen, doesn't go anywhere as he's knocked back about 5.
You got a change in quarterback, Steve. It's Mason Mattingly, the freshman, is coming in now. So we'll see what they do with the freshman under the center.
Hey, anything to try to change things up. I think we were getting some scores from the booth, but I didn't catch them, so I'll hopefully catch it between the next play.
Yeah, that last, again, to piggyback off of the last point about Princeton, right now they're shutting out Withrow. I'm sorry, 28-0. With just over 5 minutes in that third quarter, so.
I couldn't hear you guys for a little bit. You guys kept on cutting out.
So Chris, you've got more scores, throw them out there, 7:25 and counting. Inside handoff.
When it comes to GMC, the other GMC-GCL matchup, and that's one of the bigger ones in the Tri-State, is St. X right now up on Colerain, 21-14. So that's a big one there, as always.
That game's always a battle. I'm telling you what, and the traffic's going to be streaming from Colerain Avenue all the way down to North Bend. That's always that's one of those games that you love seeing that game be played every year. They usually meet in the playoffs or somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, but I agree.
Our other ICRC game is Madison over Reading 42-7 in the fourth quarter.
Got another score, Sycamore up 31-17 over Kings. So a little local action here for.
Yeah, Mike Crotty and I were talking last week about how Springboro, that's the last game in that series, and they're talking about maybe having Kings come fill out that slot in their schedule, and we'll play them the first or second week of the season every year.
You know what? That's only fitting. You know, got
to get back to that.
Yeah. You know, exactly. I mean, that's just how it was. I mean, I know when I was here at Mason, the same thing. We always play Kings every year. And you have to.
Brown back into punt. Couple of shuffle steps, gets it to bounce. Takes a
unfortunately bounced the wrong way.
A Lancer bounce where it settles in at about the 41-yard line, where the Lancers will take over. Again, as soon as they snap the ball, that clock will continue to run as they lead 31-0.
Dakota West they're rebounding nicely. They're up 23-7 right now at the end of the third quarter on Centerville. So that's, Bolton getting back into it, rebounding off that tough loss to this same LaSalle team. They're not messing around either.
Now, I think this might be the other quarterback now, but I can't be sure. And
it is. You are correct.
Nowhere going on the inside there. I think they maybe jumped down. That's Noah Heindorn.
Noah Heindorn, yep.
Just a junior quarterback there.
Heindorn is definitely connected to the LaSalle program. I actually used to work with one of the brothers, or I guess one of the family members there. Heindorns are definitely connected to LaSalle football.
So Noah back there, getting ready to take the snap as the clock continues to run. We're under 5 minutes to go on that young man. And I think that's another, maybe a
O.J. Wyatt there. I don't think we've seen him at all tonight.
Yeah, number 25.
I don't recall him. He's
O.J., another junior, another one of those young men that likes to run just a little bit violently in between the tackles. As he picks up a good 4, we're going to call it 3rd and 3. LaSalle doing a good job of taking all the time off the 25-second clock.
Yeah, I mean, they're in no hurry.
Yeah, I mean, they're comfortably going to go home with a victory here. And look at that young man go. Again, O.J. Wyatt. Just getting out there, getting into space, dragging a couple of tacklers with him.
Yeah, a game like this definitely makes that trip back to North Bend Road much more worth it. It's, again, disappointing from what we've seen so far from the Comets, at least in the second half. It's, when you had a chance to really make a statement, it's, you saw some positives.
Well, I think the only statement that the Comets have to do is they have to think real hard about, again, looking at the films tomorrow, as we see there's another inside run and breaking that thing out. Again, these running backs, that was O.J. White again, these guys run violently. The Comets got to think real hard about if they've got the right personnel in.
Well,
I mean, they've given up over 60 points in just 2 weeks. And maybe they got to lay some jobs open and really have some spirited practices coming up this week.
Well, I would have to think that's what you're going to end up seeing. I mean, you have a relatively young roster. I mean, you saw a lot of older guys leave from last year, so you are getting younger. But maybe it is time for some of these young guys to step up and push these older guys. Little competition never hurts.
Wyatt again with his pads low, banging around. Good for another LaSalle first down.
Looks like that was Josh Shaw, another running back, number 26.
They keep shuffling them in.
I'm saying these numbers are hard to read up here, so that makes it a little difficult.
Yeah, with these old eyes, I got you.
You said it, not me.
Should have had you spotting for me, big guy. No, you're right. That from this far away and without my binoculars, no.
I mean, I can see 27 right there. That's an easy one.
Yeah, well, the difference is that those are kind of small numbers, and from up here and the way kids wear those jerseys anymore. Now the white on the green, I can see those from across the parking lot, but
it's making it easy for us.
We get a timeout. Looks like there's a penalty, and our penalty will be delay a game. Yeah, 25-second penalty. Yeah, they could delay a game all the way to the end here. So, who do the Comets got next week, Chris? Can you look that up for me real quick?
Lakota East.
And that's here, right?
Yes, sir.
So they're going to open up with 3 home games, and in game number 3 against a neighborhood rival, they're going to welcome in. They'll be 0-2. Boy, you talk about some motivation. Lakota East. Now, East has been down the last couple of years in football, but they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder as well.
As well they should. I mean, anytime you get a chance to face your neighborhood rival, like you were saying, you got Lakota, and then, Kings possibly jumping into the fray next year. Those games are always big, and that's, again, it's gut check time for this Mason team. Sometimes all you can do is shake your head, and that's kind of what you're seeing from the coaching staff. Maybe just what can we do to get this to right this ship? And that's, again, maybe a couple spirited practices here and there, but that's a tough one. This is a tough one.
GCL South LaSalle Lancers moved to 2-0 on the season. And again, they've got the tough part of their schedule coming up. Comets moved to 0-2, and like you said, they've got Lakota East coming in here next week. Hey, man, always a pleasure working up here with you, buddy.
I enjoy the heck out of it. It's always good working with you, Steve. It's always great.
Well, we'll catch you. We'll bring you up here more often now, buddy. So the Comets again fall to LaSalle 31-0 here at home in week 2, and they've got more hard work left in front of them before Lakota East comes in. For Chris Asbrock, our producer director Josh Semsrott, our beautiful, our lovely, our talented crew of Mason High School guys, as well as the Bullet Bob Rinker, this is Steve Parker saying thanks for joining us, and catch us next time on ICRC Sports Friday Night Football. Good night, everyone.